much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Burrow looking to pass. That's into the hands of Jacob Harris. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. This goes out wide from Nixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
So I think when they look involved as well, just did on that play.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow on the move to his left. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to get possession here as they... First carry for Najee Harris. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Hewitt. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got a man complete. The 20. Like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Being chased out left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnose perfectly there.
They'll roll him out right.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now it's Burrow. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Devin Bush. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw complete there to Smith.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Now Burrow. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw.
Flushed out right.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase
there to make the grab. And the Bengals draw even, and of course they can take the lead if they hit the extra point.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And they take the lead here at 7-6.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Their next drive.
And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Back to throw. Hewitt. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 35 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now. Looking to throw. Hewitt. That swung out wide to Harris. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big play that time on a catch and run.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Back to throw. Hewitt. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Second and 10. Looking to throw. Hewitt escaping the pressure right. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
On third down, Hewitt. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Steelers 6.
And the first play will be a field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. From the gun, a give to Mixon. Room here to run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 50 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Mixon with a first down. Take this one down to about the 40.
Time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Steps away. This is Smith with a grab. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
He'll live to fight another down, right?
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He gets it complete to Harris. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. They'll give it to Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 5. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Hewitt. Completion here to Claypool. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a good job shifting right, finding his target. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
From midfield now, Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
It's 2nd and inches at the 40-yard line.
Gun. Start. Ready.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's 3rd.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Now they go.
A few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
That's right, baby.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Extra point now by Boswell. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Burrow. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Stephon Tuitt able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again.
Picked off at the 48, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it's a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
And they run with Harris off the option.
And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. They'll look to throw again. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown.
Juju Smith-Schuster
there to make the grab. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. This is caught on the right flat, and he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Burrow will throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Montez Sweat. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 40. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Buying time to his left. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
On first down, Mixon busts through the tackle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Now Joe Mixon. And after the broken tackle, couldn't get free for much space. Taken down right at the 10.
92 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Four yards remain on second down. Ball on the 10.
Now it's Mixon running right. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Third down, Mixon. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Evans.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Chris Evans
taking it in from a yard out. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is down.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this. Out, it's a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Boswell for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. After the penalty, it's Mixon. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Second and 16.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 42. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Second and 11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw here is incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Well, the terrible towels here at Heinz Field out in full force. Here's 3rd and long.
Burrow on play action. Forced out to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
A big play that time for Pittsburgh.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation, and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a give, running left is Harris. And he'll get about 5 here, so he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
2nd down at 5. Gets it to Smith-Schuster on the jet sweep. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Hewitt. And this is going to be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Boswell's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Mixon with a first down and more. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. 112 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. They will throw on first down with Burrow. And this one complete to Smith. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Look pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Back to Mixon on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Burrow looking to pass. Flushed out right. It's brought in by Harris. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll set up a throw. Escaping the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Steelers are going to get the football here at their own 23. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off the play fake. Hewitt. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now it's Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Jeff Smith there to make the grab. And the Bengals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Bengals 28.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs. Keep possession of the football.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. From the gun, Hewitt. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Hewitt. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that is incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here. Fighting through, and he's got space. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 154 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Mixon. Broken tackle. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Jacob Harris, 28 yards. And the Bengals, if they can convert the extra point, will have the lead. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll look to throw. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
He'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On second down, it's Harris looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important third down. He's back to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now a first down carry for Harris. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
He will push his way down to about the 14. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. An option handoff given to Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And Boswell's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Burrow steps away to his left. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the